Those of you watching this video who aren't Korean might not have any idea who Gimcheon Sangmu actually are. I know I didn't until a week ago when someone on my Discord called Heroic decided to send me them and let me know they're going to be on FIFA 23. I had a look into them and I think they possibly could be the most interesting team that's being added to the game. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who this team is, you'll know why they're so unique and interesting, and hopefully you'll be ready to start either a FIFA 22 Create a Club save or a FIFA 23 regular career mode save with them. So Sangmu have been added to FIFA because they managed to win the K-League too. Something you might think is quite easy. It's not the most famous league, I'm sure the players aren't the best, but it's actually been very difficult for Sangmu because they have one restriction. They're only allowed to sign young Korean players who are on military duty. This means they have no permanent players at all. Every single 2 years, the entire Sangmu squad gets totally replaced. Because the squad is made up entirely of under 25s, this means they have a very young team full of South Korean professional footballers. This happens because just like in countries like Israel, Denmark, and Austria, all Koreans under 25 years old have to do a 2-year spell in the military. For professional athletes, they can apply to be part of this team, and 15 of them every single year are able to join and do their military service while playing professional football for Sangmu. This means that every single season, 15 new young players will join the club, and the 15 players that have completed their 2 years will leave it. If you try and recreate this on FIFA, I think you'll have a truly unique FIFA career mode save. You'll be constantly turning over almost all of your squad, you'll constantly have a young and developing squad, and it will give you a lot of money if you want to spend it on things like a youth academy, if you want to sign players when they're 16 and sell them when they're 18. You'll end up with 30 players at all times, but your players will have a maximum age of 25, which I think again is pretty interesting. This way of playing FIFA, you'll need to sign 15 players every single season. Of course, only Korean players are eligible to join the club, and every single season you'll need to release or sell another 15 of them. As far as I know, there isn't another team that's like this on FIFA. If you're not interested in playing in Asia or even in Korea, I'm sure you could recreate this idea in any other country that you'd like to do it on with Create a Club. Almost every country in the world has an area in it that's strongly associated with some part of the armed forces. Where I'm from in Lincolnshire, we have a lot of the RAF, so maybe you could do a team based in Lincolnshire where you do this in England. Or you've got Fort George near Inverness in Scotland, which is more to do with the Navy. So if you prefer to do it in England or Scotland, find a military base near somewhere and maybe create a team based on them. If you want to go even further and have an even more unique save, why not combine it with another save idea that I've mentioned on this channel before? As a player, Park Ji-sung was one of the most successful Asian footballers ever to play in Europe. He was the first Asian footballer to ever win the Champions League and the first one to ever win a FIFA Club World Cup. Known as a player for his fitness, work ethic and movement, I think Park is an absolute ideal player to try and take over the military team in Korea. In real life, he coached at Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors in the K-League already, where he did help out with the academy to nurture and train young players, something he'll have to do a lot if he's getting 15 new young players every single season. I'm sure some of his personality will rub off on some of these Korean players, but a few months later, after leaving Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, he decided to work for QPR. This means you could probably recreate Park in your career mode and try and bring the military team and his country to glory. The goals will mostly be the same if you make him or not. You'll be wanting to help bring through the next golden generation of South Korean players to help Son win a World Cup. But unfortunately, there is no South Korean national team on FIFA 22. I've heard it might be added to FIFA 23, so if you're interested in winning a World Cup with this save idea, it might be worth postponing it until September next year. However, not many people have decided to ever play in the Korean League, so it is a really good idea for you to finally give it a go either way. With South Korean football having a bit of a golden era after all the players from 2002 have retired, the national team is finally making a comeback into the top 30, and there's plenty of young talent out there for you to buy in your career. I hope this combo of team and manager give you a super fun save, whether you create the team on FIFA 22 or you use the real deal on FIFA 23. Let me know if you've got any ideas for other saves like this, where there's a massive restriction if you want to play it realistically, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun if you do decide to give this a go. Make sure you join the Discord where this save idea was actually posted a month ago. So if you're interested in things like this, that's the place for you to be. The link's in the description below. Hopefully you join us all and talk about FIFA. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you did, like the idea, subscribe if you want to see more like this. I'll see you very soon for another video. Thank you and goodbye.